Welcome, Hordelings, to another Game Horror production. I am proud to present to you a mini-adventure. Called Peridium, from Powerhoof Productions. Let us start the game.
It had taken Lauren first, though he didn't know it then. Didn't understand the dead look in her eyes, that unnatural, wooden, lurching motion as she moved about the lab. Of course, it was too late when I learned to read the signs. Most of the crew were in its power already, and I'd paid a terrible price for my blindness. Was I the last? I could hear their footsteps on the snow outside my cabin. Leaden steps, moving as one. Not safe here. I'll make for the lab. Pain, throbbing from the gaping hole in my stomach. That could have gone better.
Dr. Turner, open up!
My eyes, swimming. I almost black out again.
Come on, Jim. There's nothing to worry about.
Harris.
Open this fucking door, James.
Or whatever it is that's living in his body now. I clenched my teeth against another wave of agony. Keep it together. First things first. Gotta get this bleeding under control. It's nothing interesting. A rusty screwdriver rattled around in the toolbox. Collection of papers on the ancient fungi buried deep beneath the ice. Would have been the culmination of a decade of research. The better part of our lives together. I'd never finish now, but perhaps I can pass on the torch. I can't think of a use for it. No time to mess with that. Locked. Best leave her. She's running fine. Okay, Wilkins. What you got for me? Kneeling down over the body, I noticed the telltale, inhuman signs on his face. He was also wearing one of those armbands I'd noticed on the others. Oh God, the stench coming off him. Almost losing consciousness again, but desperate. I persist. I find the key in his jeans pocket. Looking at the radio, my heart sinks. A stray bullet had smashed right through it. Shit. That old girl's the only thing keeping us from a quick and icy death. Refrigerated cabinet holds some antibiotics at a safe temperature. We keep a small supply of morphine on the base too, hence the lock.
Find something useful in there, I'm sure.
Locked. We've been shuffling around lab space. They're mostly empty at the moment.
We have a gun, a screwdriver, some research, an armband, and a key.
The lock clicks open. My eyes flit hungrily past morphine, antibiotics, bandages. Someone had been storing lab samples in here again. Strictly forbidden, but the lab fridge had been on the fritz for weeks. The sample caught my eye. Thin, scarlet membrane stretched over a pulsating, bulbous growth. Ah! I wave away the cloud of crimson spores. Eyes, nostrils, throat burning. I cough, and the action triggers a dagger of pain from my wound.
I told you not to fuck
Still,
that bitch.
I manage not to black out, and at least the cabinet's open.
You got the clap, son.
Morphine would only slow my mind, so clenching my teeth to suppress screams of agony, I injected some penicillin around the wound before bandaging it up. Found a small blowtorch. There's nothing else useful. There's nothing.
Screwdriver, blowtorch. What else can we find in here? There's a locker.
The door's stuck fast. Need something to lever it. I lever at the door with the screwdriver, but it's too small to be of any use.
I like the atmosphere of this game already.
We've been shuffling around lab space. There's nothing. There. Found some mean-looking wire cutters. Despite the tremor in my fingers, I've managed to undo the screws. Some old wiring, hanging low. Can't reach. I shoved the barrel under the wiring.
That's what I wanted you to do. I didn't want you to shove the barrel up your ass.
Can't reach.
Come on, guy.
Reaching up to cut the wire, I feel something brush against my mind. Vast and terrible. That mere fleeting whisper of contact. A freight train roaring through my consciousness.
It's the Game Hoarder's YouTube channel.
I was drowning. From deep beneath my mind, I could feel that force animating my limbs like a monstrous puppeteer. Lungs burning, I struggled to the surface.
Oh shit. Don't do it.
God, was that what the others had felt? I've got to get help. Snipping away the fused wiring, I have a vision collecting fusiform stem samples with my wife. Her laughter. Let's see. Should be working now. I grabbed the receiver. This is Dr. James Turner from station Theta 661. Do you copy? The welcome sound of a friendly voice comes through the static. Oh, thank God. I need evac ASAP. There's been... something horrible has happened. Yep. Tell the crew, do not land until they see... Repeat, do not land until they see Dr. Parker. Copy. Over and out. Thank God for that. Wavering on my feet, exhausted, I sink to the floor to wait. Sleep falls like a lead curtain. awake. Something very wrong. The cold, my mind, my body stiff and numb. The pain like hot lead being poured over my hands, my feet, my face. I struggle to move my limbs, tearing myself away from the frozen floor.
Cold. Need to burn something.
Tearing up a decade of work, I throw it in. The page is lit. I stand close until feeling returns to my face. I'll lose some fingers, but I'm alive. For now. Is that the evac chopper? It's quiet out there. Time to go. I'm turning the wheel when I hear shouts and bodies slam into the other side. I throw myself at the door, but too late. Their worm-like arms twisting their way in. Oh God, don't know how long I can hold it.
Burn them. Burn them bitches.
I almost drop the blowtorch trying to light it, but it flares to life and I hold it against the arm wielding that knife. I almost drop it again as the smell of burning hair and pork crackling fills my nostrils. Screams from outside and the knife clatters on the floor. I make a lunge for the knife. Wielding the cruel hunk of steel, I shut my eyes and start hacking. The muffled screams from behind the door, the sticky warmth splashing on my arms. Finally, I feel the door slam close behind my back.
Nice. I got an arm.
It had worn the same armband. They all did once they turned. Full box of cartridges inside. Weapon shaking in my hand, I swung the heavy door open.
He's coming out. Jim, put it down. Look, Ben's here.
No,
Dad, it's me. I'm coming in.
no,
Mum called before. I just got in.
no, Ben. Get out of here. Run.
Dad, put the gun down.
They killed Kathy, Ben.
Dad, it was an accident. They told me what... Look, it wasn't your fault. Dad, what are you doing?
I can't fight it much longer.
Dad, you need help. Please.
Drop the gun, Jim. It's your son, for fuck's sake.
Can't think. Are you one of them now too?
What?
Hands shaking. Every synapse in my infected mind urging me to pull the trigger. I gaze at my son. He'd lost so much already. Ben. Oh God. Ben. But that wrongness is in his face. And... what's that band on your arm?
What? It's nothing. What are you doing? Drop the gun.
I can't let it have him too. Not our son.
And that's a wrap. And probably the shortest adventure game I've ever done. Art by Barney Cumming. Let's hope he's not still coming. Special thanks to Ben Who Gives a Fuck. Hey crew, the new radiation monitor bands arrived this morning. Please see Jeff to get yours. We're required to wear them at all times. I know it's annoying, but health and safety, and all that. Cheers. Samantha.
Dungeon. It's your son, for fuck's sake.
Can't
In case you
think.
were wondering what the other ending is like,
One of them now too.
What?
And exhausted, I let it take me.
pretty cool little adventure. They definitely should work on a regular length game. Like the graphics, definitely harkens back to the old Lucas Arts. Ooh, yeah. Now we're talking.
Take him for processing.